Hello everyone and welcome to a rather blustery Clacton, which was voted as the worst seaside town in the UK. And I don't know why, because this place is lovely. We're going to check out all the seafront attractions, including the pier, which has had massive investment inside and out. So let's go and take a look.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Baby, while we're young.
So we start the Seafront Attractions tour here, just at the bottom end of town. You get amusements either side of the road. So if you've been to Clacton this year, you may or may not know that it has not one, but two big wheels, which is quite unique for any seaside town to have a big wheel, but to have two is well, quite different and also a little strange, especially when you see them both up so close together. This place always is busy. Whenever I've been here in the evenings, always really busy at the loft. And also this pub on the left, the Moon and Starfish. But you can see where the other big wheel is, where it normally is. Let's have a quick look around the Pavilion Fun Park. These look so much fun, even if you're a little bit big to go on them. So basically this is a park for small children. They've got loads of kids rides. And what is very different, they've also got an outside water park here, which is perfect on a day like this. So it'll be interesting to see how much this wheel is compared to the one on the pier. So it's £4. Let's go and check out the other one. So I just checked the price of that compared to the other one, but that's £3 per person to go on that. It's not very often you get dodgems inside. How cool is that? So perfect if the weather's not very good. Get yourself inside, but when the weather's good, definitely worth coming on the pier and heading on a few rides. The go-karts there, they look so fun. So these are the kind of bumper boats I remember as a kid. And you don't see many bumper boats with a waterfall, do you? It's almost like a swimming pool. And just be careful if you're walking past the log flume. There's a wet area. Although to be fair, it's a very warm day, so I don't mind if I get wet. This was voted Pier of the Year last year, and what's great about it, even on a day like today, where it's extremely busy, if you keep going to the end of the pier, it goes a lot quieter. It's a very breezy day today, but coming up to this end of the pier, it is very quiet. You know, if you like old-fashioned style piers, it's worth walking up to the end because you see some of the old buildings. That's had quite a unique history. I remember a couple of years ago, they redecked it out to become a Halloween attraction, Evil on the Sea. But this is obviously known as the Jolly Roger, built back in 1893. It's had a massive part of the pier history. I've always wondered why they didn't build a few more fair rides up here because it is so quiet. But like I say, if you want to get away from it all, there's a really nice bar at the end that also does something pretty cool, which is a Seafront Platter for $10.25. Look at that, you get calamari rings, tempura prawns, cod goujons, scampi, and homemade coleslaw and salad, and a side of chips. Bit of old signage there as well. This is so retro in this restaurant. It really does remind you of the 60s. Look at it. So back in the day, a lot of steamers and boats used to dock here, and you can still see it where they used to moor up. But these do look strange. They look like bus stops, but to shield you from the wind. I don't know if you can actually fish from these, but maybe you could. It actually makes you think you're on a boat standing here. I could do my Titanic thing. It's like a big mast. It's very similar to Southend Pier, where you've got like a bell on the end of it. There's no bell here though, but you do have a random sign that somebody's written. No urine, please. You can see the old lifeboat shed there as well. Tell you what though, bit of an issue with social distancing on the pier. There's a lot of people on it. Well, I haven't done one of these for a while, and that's getting under the pier, because Clacton Pier is absolutely massive. So what's it look like underneath? Let's go and find out. It's just like a sea of pillars. And it's also so atmospheric because it's also quite dark, but all you can see is just concrete pillars everywhere and just the waves coming in. And you can't actually see how big some of the waves are, but it's pretty impressive. Look at it. As you can see, not many people come under the pier. But it is kind of odd standing here, because as I look ahead how big the waves are, there's a sense of doom, but also a bit of adrenaline coming through here. Oh, they're getting up a little bit. So I'm going to leave the pier behind me and check out the very impressive Seafront Gardens here in Clacton, which are always very pretty to go and have a walk around. So these Seafront Gardens, they are quite big, and there is a map here so you can check out where you're going to go, and they're all segregated. So there's a rose garden, there's a Mediterranean garden, there's a sensory garden as well, but they always keep it really nice. Now, last time I was here was when we were in lockdown, and a lot of the gardens kind of needed a little bit of TLC, so it'd be interesting to see what they look like now. This is the rose garden. Lots of roses, looking nice. And compared to most other seafronts, the flowers here are looking good. I'm kind of getting into my garden at the moment. I know they're begonias, tell me if I'm wrong, but they flower really well until, what is it, September or October? They're so bright and colourful, aren't they? And now this is supposed to feel like the Mediterranean. Lots of olive trees in the Mediterranean garden. That is weird. But yeah, I'm sure these weren't here last year. All these Mediterranean flowers. Obviously, trying to grow a Mediterranean garden in the UK is always going to be hard. This is known as the Sensory Garden. And about 10 minutes away from Clacton Pier, as you walk down the promenade, you come to, in my opinion, one of the best beaches here in Clacton. So obviously you can go right by the pier, which is nice, and they've got some interesting palm trees. But if you take a walk past the Toby Carvery, you'll come to one of the best beaches. And the only Toby Carvery you can get, literally, right on the beach. However, I never ever see anyone sitting outside every time I've ever been here. I know it's a bit windy today, but it's still pretty warm. And you might remember that Clacton also had a very big Butlins holiday park. If you go further up here, you can see where it used to be. And just here you can see where the old Butlins used to be. That's where I'm currently standing, obviously on the beach. Was of course the second Butlins holiday park to be built back in 1936. This is my favourite part of Clacton, just up here where the lifeguard hut is. Tells you how warm the air temperature is. Leave nothing but footprints. Good advice. And it is always really funny to see these. There's a few more of these just further up on the beach. They're desperately hanging on for dear life with the British climate. And that's a great idea for the kids. Look, beach toy library. I guess all the toys are out. As you know, I love a good beach hut, and there's some pretty exclusive ones here in Clacton. So you've got some pretty little ones here. No one's in them today, but aren't they nice? Go and say hello to your neighbours and check out the view. Thanks so much for watching my video from Clacton-on-Sea. If you liked it, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.